Hey y'all, I am here. I am back. I apologize for the break in between. Had to move around. I was uncomfortable. So, I would like to say, remember I told y'all all of that stuff from Ivy Park that I got? So I didn't pull out all my shit because baby, it'd be forever. Actually, it's funny because the shoes, okay, so I got, these shoes are fucked up right now, but like I have the Ivy Park shoes. I got them in denim too. I just wanted to show y'all a few of my favorite pieces from the collection that I got so far. Okay, so this is really my favorite full piece. Shout out to fucking Marnie, y'all. This brown set, and I made a video about this too. This brown set, this part flips. It can flip over. Normally I like flip it, but you can flip it up. This little part right here. This adjustable bra, where that? I'm sorry, y'all. We gotta give Marnie her stuff. Hold on. We gotta give Marnie her stuff. Cause Marnie, you showed your ass with this brown one. With the denim in the brown collection was my favorite, bitch. This tea bag, this type of, this whole fit is my favorite top to bottom fit from Ivy Park. And then my favorite individual piece, remember I told y'all that denim situation that they had? Bitch, this bodysuit though, let's get into the back. First of all, get into the detail of the triangle. Get into it, right? Bitch. It's the back for me, sis. It's the back. It's like a dropped back, y'all. This is probably literally like my favorite piece. Bodysuit. Oh, it's so everything. I just wanted to make sure I gave Marnie her things. Oh my gosh, I got so many other stuff here I can show you. Ooh, I like this one too. This is the cow print situation that they had going on when they had that drop. I love this. Loved it. I just wanted to give Marnie her things because I just wanted to let y'all know I stand. Anyway, so this episode, I don't know if I'll get through this in episode 3. I always say that I can, and then I run my mouth too much. So let's get into it. Episode 2 was preppy. Now, like I said, last review, I was sitting in this same way I'm sitting in now. Because this is my version of a preppy look, okay? If y'all see, it's giving Clueless. That's what I was going for Clueless vibes. And if everybody know about Clueless is very much so preppy, white girl situation. I'm not about to stand up because y'all can't see my whole fit, but something around this type of situation, right? So, ooh, now my nose is disappearing. So they pretty much, like I said, they come, Speedy goes and gets them. They look, and it's a wall of a whole bunch of preppy stuff. So fine, being preppy is gonna be their challenge for this week or this day. So then they have Angelo, who I believe is the creative director of Supreme, comes through, and he just talks about, I think he has a new line called Awake. And he's talking about, you know, when it comes to preppy clothes, you really want to play with like the silhouettes and the cut and those type of things, which that's one of the reasons why I really like prep. Like, I love the cut of it, everything. That's why I love dressing like that when I do. And so with this challenge, everybody's gonna have to model their own stuff, and the winner will have a collab with Angelo in Awake. Now, this is just a sidestep. This is something I had in my comments, and this is like a whole nother conversation for another day. But I had went to go look up again who the owner of Supreme was to make sure that I was right. And it's just so very frustrating that like it's never black people. Like, we literally dominate, own, cultivate streetwear, but we are never. Don't worry, we get in there. But these people that's on this show, we trying, right? We trying, but it's just so frustrating sometimes. Anyway, so then we get to know a little bit more about Dionne. Now, Dionne's taste is very, very similar to mine. She's very much so tomboyish, but sexy when she wants to be. That's me. Like, I mostly have just sneakers. Like, I just have a whole bunch of Jordans, a whole bunch of Nikes. I don't really dress up very feminine or like that. It kind of just depends on the situation. But like she said, but I can. If I need to pull it out, I can pull it out. So mostly I pull it out when I have to go to work or something. But for the most part, I'm very much so, like, I got a bomber jacket that's sitting right there. Like, I got 3 fucking bomber jackets. I'm very much so, I describe my style as 90s New York. That's what that's my style personally. So yes, very much so similar to her in that way. So So then we go around the workroom and we see everybody working on stuff. And Domo has this quilt. It's like this pink quilt and it got all of this little different stuff on it. And when I saw it, I'm like, I could definitely see Tyler, the Creator, in something like that. Because obviously they talked about Andre 3000 and Kanye and Tyler and how they're very much so into the preppy style. I'm like, I can for sure see either Gunna or Tyler in, or even ASAP Ferg, honestly, in that type of sweater vest, that quilt that he had or whatever. And he said he was going to turn into a sweater vest, which I thought was very smart. Then we get into the whole, like, a little quick situation about Alex. So Alex, for the most part, talks about how there's this thing so far on the show about people who sew and people who don't sew. That's always been a thing too. I think like on even Project Runway, some people feel like if you are a fashion designer, you need to know how to sew. There's no way. And Alex is like, he doesn't really sew. He has people that does that. He's more of like the creative mind. So he comes up with the ideas, but he can't actually physically execute it. So that was just kind of something that was talked about. I mean, I feel, this is just my opinion, I feel like if you call yourself a fashion, like, if you are really a fashion designer, I mean, I guess you can do it without sewing, but I feel like you should know the basics. Like, if your thing is I make custom clothes, I feel like you might not have to know every single thing, but I feel like you should at the bare minimum be able to put together simple shit like a shirt, like a pants. Now maybe you can't get super intricate, but I feel like you should know the basics, because how else are you going to get it done? Like, you never know, shit can happen all the time where you might have to do something yourself. But that's just me personally. So then we go to day 2, and for day 2 we have Beffy is there. Now Beffy, bitch, your Jordans, respectfully, I want your Jordans so badly. Them Jordans were so dope. I love them. And I see my best friend yesterday and she had on like some all pink Jordans too that were really cute. But I really want Beffy Jordans. They were fire. So she talked about her collaboration with Jordan and how she got like a black woman on the back of the Jordan. I want it. Where can I buy it? And I would like it immediately. So they pretty much, Beffy says she's going to walk around, and just kind of check on everybody. So we get to Knox, and Knox talks about multiple times throughout the episode how she's very nervous because, she's more masculine presenting. And when it comes to preppy stuff, a lot of times it has to be really form fitting. But I don't think that that's necessarily true. I think, and she kind of showed, you can do it, I feel like, without it being super tight fit. I get what she's saying because it is very much so. Even like the Tommy Hilfiger sweaters. Oh, first of all, preppy is right up my favorite designer is Tommy Hilfiger. If you go into my closet right now, the amount of Tommy Hilfiger jackets, hoodies, windbreakers. Ooh, bitch, their windbreakers are everything. I got a yellow and a light blue one, so fire. I love Tommy Hilfiger, right? So I understand what she's saying about the fitting, because a lot of like the sweaters and stuff like that the Tommy Hilfiger makes is very much so fitting to the person. But I do think that she can find a way to, make it so that it's still comfortable for her, but it's also still preppy. I think that she can find a way, but I understand her nervousness about it all. So then we get over to Barth, and Beffy pretty much off top says, you have way too many bees. Way too many bees on this. Don't like it, doesn't look good. Now, I want to say this. I have to go back and check. I think I could be wrong. I think on that last outfit that he did, which was the white hoodie, I feel like the gold accents, because there were gold accents in between, I feel like those were bees. Maybe I could be wrong, but I know that there were gold accents in between, and I feel like they were bees. If they were, then I think what Beffy could have said is that, like, not in this situation. In certain situations, it might work to have the gold bee here and there, or maybe all over your stuff, but in that situation, it wasn't working. And Barth was like, well, would you ever tell, pretty much he didn't agree. He was like, would you tell Gucci to not put G's all over their stuff? Yes. I've seen so much. Shout out to Dorit, okay, from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But that's a bitch who always got something on, right? She loves to wear name brand. And one of the things that she do a lot of times is she'll get stuff that just has like the label all over him. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. Sometimes I hate like the stockings that has Gucci all the way down them, or I hate when I see Gucci shirts and it has the GG. I hate that. So Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. So yeah. So then everybody leaves and it's time to go home. Yeah. So it's day 3. Day 3, before day 3, everybody turns in what they need to for their tech pack so that the seamstress can make their stuff. Day 3 comes in. Day 3 happens. Everybody comes in. Everybody's stuff is okay except, oh no, I put the wrong person. It wasn't Damo. The person whose stuff was wrong was Dionne's. Dionne's tech pack was wrong because so she had like a green outfit. There's like a varsity jacket and like a skirt kind of. And so apparently the coat or the jacket was supposed to have like, you know how like we having like drawstrings and stuff, like, hold on, North Face. You know how like if we having drawstrings like this? I think that's what she meant. So hers was supposed to have drawstrings on it like this, and then I think like drawstrings on some other stuff, but the strings were cut off. So it made her really upset. I'm gonna be real, girl. I don't think the strings would have mattered. I did not like the outfit, but we'll get to that in a second. So now, like I said, now it's time for the photo shoot. So let's go through everybody's looks. How much time I got left here? I'm probably definitely gonna make a third video. Anyway, so Damo is first. I absolutely loved his look. Damo talked about before how he never even did preppy before, so he was really nervous. Baby, that blue jacket though was everything. Loved it so damn much. I loved like in the white shirt that was underneath it, how it had the extra collar that flipped up. Loved it. And the judges liked it a lot too. Then we have Barth. I thought the pants was okay. I thought the pants was interesting. But as far as the shirt was an absolutely hell the F-U-C-K no for me. And the judges as well. The judges did not get all the B's. And Beffy was like, see, I told you to not do all these damn B's. And you did it anyway. It made it look tacky. Like, I didn't like it. I did not like it. And mostly nothing about it gave me prep. It was nothing about that was prep to me. Then we have Sierra come through. Now she pretty much had like a varsity jacket dress, which I thought was very interesting. It was giving me very much so, to be very honest, it was giving me very much so like City Trends type of tees. But I did like and I'm just talking about like the execution of it. Like, I thought the idea was great. Then she was like, okay, I'm about to hit y'all with some. I'm about to open it. And she did open it, and it just fell flat. That cow print inside was a cow print. I don't know. But whatever was inside of it, they hated it. They liked it better closed. Like I said, I didn't hate it, but I also didn't love it, Sierra. It was okay to me. It was all right. Then Knox came through, and I don't know, maybe this is just the NY bias in me, but I thought the jacket was super fire. So fire. Giving me preppy, but very much New York preppy. Loved that, but I did not like the pants. I thought the pants was patched. I didn't like the patch job. I didn't like it. I thought it was real bad. But the jacket was fire. Brian came through. His look was very preppy to me. He was giving me very much so what them people that's up the street? Sierra Catholic. He was giving me very much so that. I loved the pants. The shirt was very much so preppy, but I really loved the pants and his look. I thought that was dope. Vel Beck. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Out of everybody's outfit, I think I liked his the best. I feel like it was preppy, but it was modern prep. So it was giving me very much so. I think maybe even somebody said like the Fresh Prince, but it was giving me, y'all see Bel Air, the Bel Air apparel, you know, that's out now. So like the jerseys and the shirts and stuff, that's what it was giving me. It was giving me Bel Air 2022. Now, I know Bel Air is a show now, and I know that they actually wear like uniforms, but I'm saying if it wasn't an actual uniform that they wore to Bel Air, but they still had to keep it preppy, I thought his look hit it. I thought it was very modern. Loved it a lot. Then we have T. Dionne come through. Like I said, I thought the idea of the skirt was very much so different, but to be quite honest, it gave me very much so Rainbow. Now, let me not shit on Rainbow, because Rainbow has a lot of good outfits. I just went like maybe a couple weeks ago and I got all 5 outfits that I got was like fire. But I say rainbow because of the material. The material was giving me very cheap. That eagle on the back of that jacket, I understand what she said, but it just made it come off very cheap. It didn't even look like it was constructed very well. I did not like that outfit. That was, to me, sorry, the worst outfit. And I think it was the fabric for me. I got what she was trying to go for, but that fabric just, no. Didn't like it, okay? Then we have Khan, who came out next, and I felt like his shit was very lazy and very basic. However, it also kind of fits into his theme. His theme and his aesthetic to me so far is like very clean. He likes very clean, I don't want to say basic, but it's just, I'm just going to say clean, very clean, straight lines, certain like very neutral colors. Like that's what he's giving. He's giving very much so like elevated express. Does that make sense? Like, you know how express clothes are just very straight to the point, very clean, very, that's what his clothes is giving me. But sometimes that can be very basic, and he has to learn. He could have elevated that look. It could have still been clean into your aesthetic, but it could have been elevated. And yeah, and that's how everybody felt too. They didn't like his stuff. And then Alexander came in, and the first thing I said when I saw, especially them damn leopard pants, I said, oh, this is some shit Offset will wear. And what the Offset ass say? I love this outfit. I like, yeah, your ass, no shade, because I don't want to be rude, but like, when I see, it's hard for my mind to grasp like that many prints being together. I never really like when there's a shitload of prints clashing, but I do know that that's an aesthetic for certain people, like somebody like fucking Offset. To me, it was okay. I really liked, to me, the most preppy part about it was the shirt that he had, after he took off the first piece that he had on, and that shirt that he had on, it was, I think it might have had like a monogram or something on it. I like that shirt. I thought it was very much so preppy. Everything else wasn't really necessarily for me. So after everybody did their judging and stuff like that, the judges talked, they came to the conclusion that Alexander won. So congratulations to you. Then they went in to do deliberation. Now, they called everybody up at the same time. It was Barth, Dionne, and Khan. Now, again, Barth, it was talking about the bees, and they also said that they feel like he didn't take into consideration the fact that he would be doing a collab with the wig. So, for example, when Knox did her jacket, she showed him like, look, I stitched in like on the top of it, like, like my brand X wig. And they feel like he didn't really take, first of all, the outfit was bad. It wasn't preppy. And you didn't even try to think about what your collaborator's aesthetic is and how you can merge that into what you have and make it a marriage. You didn't really do that too much. Dionne, they said that her rack, talking about, from the first episode and when they went on her IG, it's very much so fire. Now, I would like to say this, Miss T. Dionne. So I went on your actual Instagram, and they're right. The jackets are fire. Oh my gosh, I wish I could find a picture of the one that I'm talking about. I wish I could pull it up right now. But there is one jacket in particular. It's like a grayed out. Ooh, all your jackets are fire. Personally, I don't care for all of the other stuff that I saw, but the jackets are fire. They was not lying. So I don't understand what happened. You obviously have the talent. I also would like to say that when I went on the future by T. Dionne, I have to ask to follow. I'm just from a mark, and this is me giving criticism. I mean, constructive criticism. As somebody who works in marketing, right? I think that it makes more sense for you to leave your business one open. If I'm a customer, I don't feel like I should have to follow you, or I don't feel like I should have to request for me to see your stuff, if that makes sense. Like, your business page should be open. If your personal page is open but your business page is not, that's confusing to me. But I don't know, maybe you're just working on that right now, but otherwise that's confusing. Other than that, the jackets are fire that I did see on the website. But again, she was just like, the strings wasn't there and the buttons, because it was supposed to be a snap up skirt, but she's like, but that wasn't there. And I'm like, these are just excuses, girl. The same thing that Law said last week is this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Dionne might have a hard time working on the fly. And that's okay, because not everybody is great at that. Maybe she needs more time to sit with her stuff, and she needs more time to execute. But I do agree with Law Roach. Like, if you're going to be on a show like this, you know that stuff has to get done pretty fast, and you have to think and maneuver and create your design in a way that you can pivot left and right if something goes wrong. So But they talked about, you know, how she can't keep making excuses and how like it's just read all like over her body and her attitude that she's not confident. And then we talked about Khan, and Khan, again, you was just way too safe. And again, he talked about how he has a really clean aesthetic, but he's trying to grow. And that's all I ask. Your aesthetic is fine. You just have to learn to elevate it a little bit more. That's about it. So when it got down to it, they pretty much sent Dionne home because they said, we cannot keep saving you off of what's not being produced on this show. Yes, your rack was super fire. Yes, your IG was fire. But when it comes to actually producing for us within these challenges, you are not, and we can't just keep going back to stuff that's not being put in front of us. So they sent Dionne home. I think Dionne is very talented. Girl, if you are watching, I would love to like model a jacket. Bitch, I would love to buy a jacket. I went on your website. I did not see those jackets available. So I don't know if it's a custom thing, but I need a jacket from you. Sure do. But y'all get in the comments though. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about this episode. I'm out. Bye.